When you publish a report from desktop to service, Power BI create two things. The report, which is the visual layer, the pages and charts, and the data set, which holds the actual data, tables, the relationships, and all your DAX calculation. The data set is the single source of truth. It is where the data lives inside Power BI services. Your report is just a window into that data. So in last video, we have discussed how to create a workspace. Let me navigate to Power BI services. So here you can see we have created finance reporting for workspace. So in that workspace, we have not published any report so far. Okay. So I will start publishing into this workspace. Then we'll see once we publish any report to Power BI services, how that report will look like. So I will navigate to Power BI desktop. So this is our report end-to-end project. So here, if you go to the home tab, here is the publish option. Okay. Once you are clicking on publish, it will ask to save report, and then it will ask to select the workspace. Okay. Now here you can see there are multiple workspace including my workspace. So I have access to this many workspace. So our last workspace was finance reporting proto. So I will select that workspace. Now within this workspace we don't have any report published. So I will select and publish our data set and Power BI file as well as. So from desktop, we are going to publish only one PBX file. But if you navigate to Power BI services now, I will just hit a refresh. Here you can see there are two files are created. One is report file and another is a semantic model or dataset file. Here you can see both item in the workspace. The report has chart icon. So here you can see chart icon. The dataset has cylindrical icon. So this is a cylindrical icon, or we can say semantic model icon. They are completely separate object in the service, even though they came from the same file from Power BI desktop. And here is the where it gets powerful. You can build multiple report from one single data set, or you can say semantic model. Your sales team can build their own report. Your finance team can build their own report. Your management team build a dashboard using that particular semantic model or data set, all from the single semantic model and single source of truth for your all report. That means when the data is refreshed, one time every report is updated. No duplication, no inconsistency in the data. One number, one truth. Microsoft renamed dataset to semantic model in 2023. You will hear both terms used everywhere, including inside Power BI services itself. We still show the dataset in some places. They are the same things. Do not let the naming confuse you. Semantic model sounds fancy, but it is just mean that same dataset you have always work with. A collection of tables, relationship, and measures that give you meaning to your data. Every dataset in services has setting page. Let me walk you through the important ones. So if you navigate to the workspace again, this is our semantic model or dataset file. So if you just click here in the setting, you can see there are multiple options here. Okay. So here you can see analyze in Excel, create report, auto create report, create paginated report, delete, security, rename, open semantic model settings again, refresh history, download this file. Okay. There are multiple options. So we are going to see one by one in this video or maybe in upcoming video if anything remaining. Okay. Now before exploring any option, so very important topic. Okay, so here is a schedule refresh option. Okay, and here is a refresh now, means this is on demand refresh. If you are clicking here, manually your data will be refreshed. So it is in a process. Okay, you can cancel this anytime, and the schedule refresh can be happen using gateway. Okay, so here you can see gateway and cloud connection. So you have to configure the gateway. Now I have on premises data gateway installed in my system. So we'll see gateway in detail in upcoming video, like what is a gateway, different types of gateway, what is the use. Okay, but using schedule refresh means you are configuring the refresh, like my data set or semantic model should be refreshed every day 8 a.m 9 a.m depending on your license. So if you are using the pro license, then you can refresh 8 times. If you are using the premium license, then you can refresh 48 times within 24 hour. Okay, and here you can schedule the times. Okay, let's say I have configured a refresh schedule daily, and here you can add the time 1 a.m 1:30 a.m like that. Okay, so I have pro license, so I can go for 8 times within 24 hours. Okay, let me explore another option. If you click on three dots, so we have explore this data preview. So here By clicking here, you can see your data, different measures, and you can create a matrix visual. Okay, let me just create one sample visual. Okay, let's say core revenue. I will just select the total revenue, and from row I will select, let's say, year from our team date. Okay, so here you can see revenue by year. Let me just change the position of year to rows. Okay, so here you can see revenue by year. Okay, here you can just change this. Here you can clear all whatever you have to. So here you can do some R&D. Okay, so in Power BI services also you can directly create a report. It is not mandatory that you have to use a desktop. Okay, the next option is analyze in Excel. So it will download one Excel file as your model. Okay, and there you can just again drag that different fields measures in the form of pivot table to see some values. Okay, create a report is the option. Okay, you can create a report from this particular semantic model. Okay, here you can see again same interface as we have in a desktop. So I can select any visual, and you can drag different measures columns to have that particular things created. Okay, so here I will just have something, let's say location city. So we have only one city. Let me take any other column from property. Let me take a room type. Okay, so here you can see a revenue by room type. Okay, so here you can create a report, and ultimately you need to save this report. Okay, here is a save option. Again, you can just save into the same workspace. Okay, so once you have already published semantic model, you can create your another report from the same semantic model either in Power BI desktop or in Power BI services. Okay, again I will navigate to the same workspace. Here you can see one more report is created. End to end project was our original and demo report. We have just created one report. Okay, here you can see once we publish our original report, two files are created, but now we have created another report that is a connected with our original semantic model, that is end to end project. So here you cannot see the another copy of end to end project because this particular report is connected with the same semantic model. Again, if I go here, add to create a report. Okay, let's say you want to have some idea what are the different insight can be presented using this particular report, so you can use add to create this report. Okay, so based on your data, Power BI will create one simple report for you. You can customize that particular report. So if I just click on view report, here you can see within a minute I have this report ready. Okay, quick summary end to end project. So average nights per booking, then revenue previous year month on month revenue changes, revenue previous month. Okay, and here it is showing the revenue trend, month on month growth, year and month. Okay, so there are different inside it is covered, and also it has here some summary. Okay, what this data is providing the insight. Okay, so this is how you can create a report. Again, you can save this report, like let's say in the same workspace I will say select, rename it to auto created, auto created. And this is fine. Again, in the same workspace we have another report called auto created. Okay, so this is we have utilized the create the report using auto create option. Okay, paginated report will see in detail. So delete is nothing but it will delete the semantic model. Security is related to row level security. You can rename the semantic model. If you click on rename, here you can rename semantic model. Okay, again open semantic model. So if you click on open, it will open that particular semantic model. It will show the different tables, then your measures, all your different calculation. Okay, along with your model view. Okay, here you can see this is the different tables in our model, and if you just expand the properties, here you can see the table related information. All measure are there in the model. You can see the different measures, relationship tables, calculation group. If we have anything, okay, all information are visible here. Okay, and here are some additional tools. Okay, best practice analyzer, memory analyzer. Okay, so these are not available in desktop by default. Okay, again I will navigate to the semantic model. Here the next option is refresh history. So it will show the refresh history. Here you can say on demand refresh is there. Okay, so now if you have scheduled any refresh using gateway, so it will show here. Okay, instead of gate on demand, it will show scheduled refresh here, okay, in type, and whenever that refresh is started and ended, and the status whether it is completed, failed, okay, it will show that particular status. So whenever you are using the gateway and once that refresh fail consecutive three times, then that auto refresh will stop, okay. So you have to just sort that particular error due to that error refresh is failing, then only it will start again, like configuration should be there. Then if I click here again, refresh is download this file, so it will download pbix file, okay. So here you can see end-to-end project pbix file is downloaded, and you can just play around that, okay, if you have any requirement, okay. Let's say in many cases, what is a real use case of downloading any file? Let's say you don't have that particular file store in your system, you can download from Power BI services and you can start working on that, okay. Other way, let's say you have published one report 1 year back and schedule refresh is there, okay. There is no any change from the client in the requirement, that report is consumed by multiple people, but after 1 year they want to have some changes in that particular report. Now, in your desktop, whatever file you have, that contain the data 1 year before, but in services, since you have configured the schedule refresh, it will always have the latest data. Okay. So instead of refreshing desktop file manually, what you can do, download this file from service and start working on that particular file. Once you have sorted that particular error or new requirement, you can just publish that file again into same workspace. Okay, that is use of download this file. Okay, manage permission, you can manage permission within this particular semantic model, how many people have the access, okay. You can add the user to semantic model like member, admin, contributor, we have seen different roles, okay, those are related to that particular configuration. Again here, view workspace lineage. Now how your data is flowing, okay, it will show that particular lineage, okay. This is very important. Let's say in your real project you are working with a multiple tables, multiple queries, different sources, okay. And i- if you want to see the flow, how different data is coming, what are the different artifacts you have created on top of that particular data, like if you have created report, then data set, or maybe semantic model, or maybe dashboard, okay, you can see, okay, here you can see these are the text file, it is connected to our the semantic model, and from the semantic model we have created three end-to-end project, demo, report, auto created report, okay, these three report are created, okay. If I have created any dashboard out of the any report, so it will show another view, okay. This end-to-end project is the source of that particular dashboard, okay. This is how it will show the flow, okay, from starting to ending point, how the data is flowing from the different, we can say, the zones, okay. Again I will switch back to our list view, and if you click here again, lineage, you move to, again you can move this to any folder, okay. You can create a new folder. Let's say within this finance reporting production workspace you have different reports, so you can create a multiple folder, and you can move that semantic model report into that folder, okay, like finance team, let's say from USA, finance from UK, okay. Country level, again a different business unit level, you can create a multiple folder under that particular workspace, and you can move your semantic model and report, okay. Open a DAX query view if you want to do some R&D into DAX or some calculation. If you want to explore, then you can have the DAX query view. Same is present in our desktop. Again, the next option is get quick insight version history. Okay, so version history, it is just that it is showing, okay, how many times this particular semantic model is updated. Okay, that kind of information will be there in a version history. Get quick insight, if you are just clicking on that, again Power BI will create some insight report for you on top of your semantic model, okay, to just get some idea. Let's say you are new to some data and you want to get started with that particular report, and you need some idea, okay, how I can create a report or what are the different KPI I should focus, okay, then this option will be useful, okay. Here you can see it has created a report, one single information, okay. Here you can say count of dim property and count of listing name, okay. Some insight are created, okay, and it is also share some commentary here, okay. Okay, I will navigate again to the same semantic model. These are the all option available for semantic model, okay. Let me recap the key things from today's video, okay. Dataset or semantic model is the engine behind your report. It hold your data, relationship, and DAX measures. One dataset or semantic model can power many report, This is the foundation of good Power BI architecture. Use Lineage View to understand the different flow of data, different sources. On top of that data sources, how many report is created from that, how many dashboard is created. Okay, that will be helpful to understand the end-to-end flow. Now we'll see some question related to today's video that will be helpful for PL300 exam. So here are some question. Okay, again we have 4 questions for today's video. So we'll go one by one. So question one is, a Power BI developer publishes a report 3 months later. Two other reports are also built from the same data set. The developer updates the data model. What is the impact? Okay, I will read the option. Only the original report is updated. Each report must be republished separately. All three reports reflect the updated data model. The two newer reports are disconnected automatically. So option C should be correct option. Okay. So this is how, okay, like if you have multiple report connected to same semantic model, so you have to not recreate any report, or you have to not do anything with the individual report, because source of all the report will be same. So whatever changes you are going to make in semantic model, that will be applicable for all your report. The next question is, what does the lineage view in Power BI services show you? Okay, the version history of all report, how the data sources, data set and report dashboard connected to each other, who has access with the report, and when the DAX measure inside dataset. I think option B is a correct. Okay. Third question is, okay, a data governance team want to mark a data set as a official organization approved source of sales data. Okay, which endorsement level should you use? Okay, so here we can go for certified. Okay, this is the option. Okay, so we'll cover this endorsement, okay, in upcoming video. What is that? Okay. Microsoft renamed dataset to semantic model in 2023. Which statement about this change is correct? Semantic model have different feature than dataset. They are same object, only the name change. Dataset still exist alongside semantic model as a separate object. Semantic model only work with the Microsoft Fabric. So option C is the correct answer. Okay, both are the same. Okay, so in next episode, episode 5, we will discuss about how to schedule a refresh, how to configure the gateway. Okay, those are the very important concept for every Power BI report. I will see you there. Thanks for watching. If you like the content, do subscribe and share with your friends.